I'm Irene and we're going to read a book of Oliver Twist. Chapter 9. Oliver and Mr. Brownlow hugged each other. Then Oliver introduced Rose, first to Mr. Brownlow, then to Grimwig, who was also there. Grimwig thought Oliver was a thief when he did not come back, Mr. Brownlow said. Grimwig coughed. I did not want to, but I am a lawyer. I go by evidence. I have different evidence, Mr. Brownlow said. The evidence of my heart, the evidence of my eyes. Of course, Rose said, anyone can see Oliver is no thief. I saw even more than that, Mr. Brownlow said. When I saw Oliver's face, I saw another face as well. The face of a man who was my dear friend years ago. And I saw another too, the woman my friend loved. The woman whose picture he left with me. The picture of the beautiful lady in my room, Oliver asked. The same, said Mr. Brownlow. I felt as if I somehow knew her. Oliver said, Please, sir, what is her name? My friend would not tell me, Mr. Brownlow said. He wanted to protect her. You see, his family had pushed him to marry. He was very young. It was a mistake. When he and his wife parted, she went to Europe with their son, a terrible young man, a great disappointment to his father. Mr. Brownlow sighed. My friend stayed here and met the girl he loved. Love made him lie. He told her he was single and married her. But when she was expecting a baby, he had to stop believing that lie. He went to Europe to end his first marriage. But first, continued Mr. Brownlow, he made a will. It gave his first wife and their son half his fortune when he died. The rest would go to the women he loved and their child. He left me the painting of his love before he sailed. He painted it himself, a surprise for her when he returned. What became of him? Asked Oliver. A month later, I read in a paper that he had died, Mr. Brownlow said. I wrote to his wife in Europe for more news. She did not answer. I tried to find out who the woman he loved was, but I failed. That's all you know? Asked Oliver. He could not hide his disappointment. That is all I knew then, Mr. Brownlow said. I know more now. After you vanished, Oliver, I again searched for the missing woman. I sensed a bound between her and you. By finding her, I might find you. Did you find her, I mean? Oliver asked eagerly. Yes, did you? Asked Rose. She seemed as interested as Oliver was. Yes and no, said Mr. Brownlow. I again tried to connect my friend's first wife. She had died. The only person left to us was her son, but he had moved to the West Indies. I shut off my house in London and sailed there. Grimwig came with me. He wanted to find Oliver as much as I did. Grimwig's ear grew pink. I wanted the evidence, that's all. Did you find him, Mr. Grimwig? Asked Oliver. Mr. Brownlow shook his head. No, he didn't. My friend's son was gone. His business had failed. He had come back here. We came back to and find him, but he would not talk about his father. He said he wanted to cut all ties with the past. He had even changed his name. Now he calls himself Monks. Monks? Nancy said. Do you know him? Mr. Brownlow demanded. I know you do not want to betray the people you live among. We agree on that when you answer my poster. My poster asking will Oliver offer a reward, but things has changed. They have, Nancy agreed. That is why I went to Miss Melee. That is why I brought her and Oliver to you. Suddenly, Nancy's eye turned noisily to a clock. Miss Melee can tell you the rest, she said. I have stayed away too long already. I will be missed. Before you go, Mr. Brownlow said. He pulled out his wallet. No, Nancy said. Once in my life, I want to do something not for money. Just once before I died. Thank you.